Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Assassin's Creed 2. We are collecting feathers in Venice, and there's a lot to get here. So, one of the things during this video, I left in a brawl I had with some guards, because you'll see how frustrating it is. Like, a guard knocks me off a building twice, and I go and beat him to death, like, with my bare hands. I was so mad. But, also, at one point during this video, I go back to the villa and deposit the feathers and pick up my money. And the reason was because I was over 75 feathers, and I thought maybe there'd be a cutscene. And I do that again after 90, just to see if there's another cutscene. There isn't. So I'm not going to show those trips back. But you'll see the money change and things like that, if you're paying attention to that. I just need to explain discontinuity. So there's one here on the bridge. A lot of more than half of our locations that we visit are going to have feathers. But I'm going to show every location. I changed my mind since Florence and realized that I should show you where things were too, if I can. Florence was kind of, the ones I got in Florence were so old that I wouldn't have been able to remember. And even some of these. I mean, I was searching out, like, I searched out locations with kind of greater detail for things like Venice, so. There's going to be so many videos of this. It's so, I mean, if every clip I have gives me, if every 2 clips I have gives me 1 video like this did, there's going to be 3 more videos of Venice Feather Collection. Yeah, and this was the thing that became a big habit for me, is like when guards got suspicious and angry, I just killed them. And there's this guard, you'll see him, he's like coming at me. And then at some point he gets to a place where he can't see me, and my like problem with him goes away. Like right here. And then when I go climb up, he's right next to me. See, like, his AI is still, like, getting him to where I am. So there should have been a feather there, and we've already gotten it, so. And I didn't really do anything to speed up these map screens. Even though I'm referencing a map to like know where to put my cursor and things, so I didn't worry about that, because that's just more time for you to kind of process the information of like where I'm putting things. One of the things about Venice that you'll see a lot are feathers over canals. Or like here where there's one on a pole, like in between buildings. It's tricky, because you wouldn't normally travel this way, right? I mean, I'm sure there's some level of expertise that gets you to memorize Venice to the point where you might use these kind of canal shortcuts. But I can't see that, you know. I'm pure casually playing this. There's no expertise involved. I'm hack and slashing my way through Assassin's Creed 2. So this one should have been on these boards. At least I believe that's the case. Clearly we've already gotten it. One of the things about Venice too, that it has over Florence, is the architecture and the situations where feathers would be found are far more kind of unique. All of Florence looks the same to me, except for that, like the little, but like some of Venice looks so crazy. Venice looks like several different cities. Florence doesn't do that at all. So there should be one somewhere on this corner over the water. But we've apparently already gotten it. I think it's on that sign, but I'm not sure. If you get over here and you haven't already gotten it, you will see it. And your Eagle Vision's very good for this. Is that what it's called? Eagle Vision? I don't remember. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's literally like an eagle. Like, you can see from a bird's perspective, I think. I don't know. I've watched a little bit of it. It looks cool. Like, it's kind of cool to see, you know, that the kind of rebuild of, you know, ancient Greece. But the war mechanic looks really nice too. Or I should say the battle mechanic. Because there are these like open field battles with armies. And it looks kind of cool. I don't know. We see it. We'll be coming to the channel anytime soon. There's a lot of Assassin's Creed games. Apparently some really bad ones. Alright, there's an obvious feather. So yeah, we'll see. It might be actually really fun to play a bad Assassin's Creed game. I don't know. But I do assume that at some point... Okay, so here's this thing that happened with this series of guards. This was so... Oh, man. I can still feel myself yelling at this game. Like, was so mad. Just so frustrating. Because I was like, well, I gotta get rid of this guy, right? But he's geared on to me. Like, he knows I'm a bad guy. So yeah, so then that happens. And then I fell in front of all these guards, and then suddenly they're here, and I know I can't climb the building. So then I'm just like, well, I might as well murder people, right? And then apparently at this point, this guy's over it. He doesn't even remember who I am. And I got throwing knives from looting his body, which was kind of cool. So there we go. Now I feel better about myself. And then the feather's probably on one of these sticks between, or these pillars between buildings. I don't think it matters at this point. I really, like at this point, just wanted to leave. I just wanted to be done with this area of, like, But I mean, there's this entire area where you can jump from pole to pole, right? So it was in the middle of one of these, I'm sure. Yeah, I may have been calming myself down during this pause screen. That would make a lot of sense to me. Just super angry, so mad. It's not like guards aren't something you can handle in this game. I mean, with smoke bombs and stuff, you could probably take on 20 of them. But with smoke bombs and medicine, you pick on 30 or 40. Well, I don't know. At some point, you wouldn't be able to get a shot in if they're all trying to attack you. But they do pretty good not doing that. Alright, so right here, there should be a feather on one of the sticks around this platform. It's not in the middle of the platform, I don't believe. Which, by the way, the maps for Venice were also by neighborhood, so you will see that, like, at some point we'd start backtracking into areas that were closer than other feathers we've gotten. But, I mean, there's no really good, you know, well, there is probably a good path. If you had an all Venice map, then, you know, you could lay them out and just go, you know, east to west or something. But this one's really close to the first one we got. This is also where I took the trip to the villa. And I remember that because I just edited this video, so. And it actually saved me a lot of travel to go to, like, the fast travel station and then come back right next to the bridge. So we're getting there. I mean, slowly but surely we're going to collect all of these. And they're all, like I said, the map at Super Cheats is really good. It gives you nice, like, perspective shots, so you can see whether or not, you know, you're looking at the right building and things like that. Or the right side of a building. It's like a huge deal. So one of these things over this canal would have a feather, but I don't know which one. We must have gotten it. We saw it at some point. So I just jumped back and forth a little bit to show you kind of the whole area. Because I thought it didn't hurt me to do that. I'm trying to be a good, like, video game guide guy at this point. I don't, in case you're collecting Venice feathers. Because I used to be really good at that. I don't know. Alright, I don't remember if we got this one or not. It certainly wasn't on, like, the rope thing, because they don't usually do that. Oh, I mean, I shouldn't say that. I mean, you know. No, it's on that, it's on the stick out of the front of the building across from us. It's not there now, but that's where it should be. Is right there. But we've already gotten it. But if you have not, you can get it now. See? It's easy. So easy we did it twice. So nice they named it twice.
Where do you think you're going?
Okay, this was not a. I'm not showcasing the killing the guard. It just happened in the area that. This was really confusing for me, by the way. So we have this feather, but looking against the map, it was very hard to tell where it should have been. It took me a long time. So I'm gonna kind of show that whole process, so that, you know, you can see this whole area. And because my initial thought was, like, right there is where it should be. But there's an entire, I mean, you can you can like free run along this entire section of buildings, which isn't a horrible idea actually. I mean, if this is what you're looking for, just do the whole thing and you'll run into it. But I did not do that. And we've gotten this feather. That's the real problem. If we hadn't gotten it, it wouldn't be an issue. But the landmarks here seem very repetitive. And that's one of the problems, is like you see this and you're just like, well, there's a lot of this. And the only difference is, you know, is it before the balcony? Is it after the balcony? There's even some like sheet covered boxes down below that repeat themselves twice. And it's the second set that I was using as a, so it's one of these sticks over here is where it's supposed to be. Okay, so my conclusion was that it was this one, but it could easily be the one next to it. See how hard I'm trying? So I've only got is it one or two more? Is this the last one? This might be the last one that we do in this video. This is the last one. So this restricted area giant building here has some balconies on the front, and it's on one of those. And we've already gotten it, so I can't tell you which one. But you'll see if you drop down here, you'll see that there are these balconies and then the poles in between them. And that is where we would expect to find a feather. We didn't, because we've already found it. But yeah, you can see that there are areas where there are these kind of recessed openings. Like this. And one of the railings has a feather on it. And I remember finding a balcony railing feather. But I don't remember when. Or where. So, in all likelihood, it's the one we're on right now. And I can only say that because that's where the marker's closest to. But it could very easily be this one. Again, your eagle vision is your friend here. And so when we come back, we'll be continuing the hunt for feathers in Venice. And I will see you guys for that. And you take care. Bye, everybody.